Hi, my name is Gabrielle Burdot, and I am the owner and founder of G-Bead Adornments, a jewelry brand that is invested in self-care. So we have handmade and curated jewelry, and we also host self-care workshops. Today, I wanted to show something that I created by myself. When it comes to pop-ups, I'm saving time and energy because I do custom orders. Having an order form and having a clipboard. So if there's an item that someone wants, instead of me waiting and asking for their information and such, I discuss the order form. So on the order form, there is information that I collect. So I give this to the customer while I could be handling other customers instead of just waiting for them to finish up. So on here is their name, the date, so I can make sure that their order is in quickly, their email and phone number for contact information, as well as their address. So I know exactly who this is being delivered to, as well as their measurements. That's something really big because oftentimes I have waist beads. Waist beads are one of my biggest, my best sellers. So oftentimes women will want a custom order and I need to know their measurements. And the custom order is a clasp waist bead. So clasp waist beads, they are removable waist beads and they have clasps on them so they can put it on and take it off quickly. So here's one of them. These are one of my best sellers as well. And so here we have the clasp, just like a necklace. Take it off. And I like to also give a 2-inch extender so women can extend or shorten the length of their waist. Besides the core information, I have boxes down below, and this is specifically for me to keep track of what is being ordered. So for example, I have the adornment. So instead of saying jewelry, I use adornment to give it that extra oomph when I'm talking about my jewelry, as well as it's in my name, G-Bead Adornments. So we have the adornment name, if they received it, the quantity, and the price. The reason why I put received is because oftentimes they will have other items that they may purchase on site, so I don't have to make that item and send it to them. So for example, they want a custom waist beads, a strand of waist beads, and they want a tie-on strand. So at the pop-up, I will tie the woman with the strands, and I'll put that here. So I can check off if they received it. And it's less brain power for me to think during pop-ups. So the adornment, received or not, the quantity, because sometimes someone wants more than one item, as well as the price. So I have a running total, and at the bottom, I'll put subtotal, as well as the item needed by date. Some people, they want a rush order or if they want something before they go on vacation. So I make sure that this number, this date is there so I know if they need it quicker or not. I also put notes. So if they want a certain design, I will sign it myself just so I know that I read everything and everything's good to go. And payment type, so cash, card, or others like Venmo or PayPal or Zelle. So I can also keep a mental note of how they paid. So if I have to look through my transactions, if it was a card payment or if it's a cash payment, so I'm looking in my actual cash box, or if I have to look on my Venmo or PayPal. I use Shopify, so I want to make sure that everything is streamlined and I'm making sure that the payment is made. And I will circle the type of payment or write down the type of payment at the end of the form. So this is how it looks like. And also big is branding. So I do have my logo in the back and it's pink because my colors for my brand colors are pink, black, and gold. Specifically hot pink, but I I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a form where I'm just going to get that information and just rip it off and eventually I'm going to throw out. So I just use pink paper, regular computer paper. And this has saved me so much time and so much energy. And it really streamlines the process, especially when customers are unsure of what they really want. So they can hold the clipboard and kind of figure out what they want while I'm able to help other customers instead of solely focusing on that person. Because if I'm just focusing on one person, I am not doing due diligence for my other customers. So this is definitely one item that I highly encourage business owners to have if they do custom orders. If you want, I can also send you the template. Just email me at info@gbeadadornments.com. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for future tips and tricks.